seniors to engage in meaningful discussions. There's going to be honoring of distinguished medical leaders, including Professor Efua Hesse and Professor David Oforieje. Now, I have the man that has all the scoop right here in the studio. Dr. Abdul Basit Samed Gunu is a resident in public health. Let me speak to him. Doc, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I hope that you're well.
Yes, I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm very well, thanks you. Can you introduce yourself? Your name, I got it right, but I don't know if I left any of them out. But let me find out your role in organizing this particular symposium and tell us why this Leadership Symposium is significant for Ghana's healthcare system.
Okay, you rightfully mentioned my name
Okay.
well. I'm the lead for the publicity team that is putting together this symposium next week. Yeah. So currently, I'm actually representing 27 residents in public health that are undergoing training at the college at the moment, and we've been tasked to continue with this annual tradition of honoring our healthcare leaders. So essentially, this symposium is very important because as we grow personally, that is regarding our roles as residents and even other healthcare professionals. As we move through the healthcare system, serving the people, it's important that we develop certain qualities as leaders. And sometimes this is actually lacking. So this symposium serves as a great opportunity not only to honor great giants who have served Ghana's healthcare system, but for us to also develop great competencies to be efficient people who serve Ghana's healthcare system. So it goes beyond honoring our two professors and goes deeper into ensuring that the next generation of healthcare leaders are actually up to task when it comes to leading the country's healthcare system.
That's nice. And I know that you are honoring Professor Efua Hesse, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, she is Ghana's first female pediatric surgeon, and of course, Professor David Oforieje, who is also a renowned clinical pharmacologist. That's right as well. Okay, I mean, why did you choose these two persons?
Okay, so like I mentioned earlier, this is an annual event, and we are currently honoring these two great personalities because they have done a lot for our healthcare system, and I'm sure we'll go into details regarding that.
I wanted to find out now.
Why?
I mean, what makes their stories, particularly relevant to Ghana's healthcare system?
Okay, so I'll just take them one by one. So
That's
first
fine.
of all, talking about Professor Efua Hesse, I would say she's been a great woman of many firsts, if I should say.
Right.
Like you rightfully mentioned, she was Ghana's first pediatric surgeon. She was also the first director of medical affairs at Kolebu, and also the first president of the Medical Women's International Association. In fact, the first Ghanaian. And amongst other, so many contributions she's had within Ghana's health system, which we would go into detail like later on.
Right.
She's been a very great person in terms of, bringing together so many elements in leadership.
Okay.
Being adaptive to so many challenges which came her way to serve Ghana's healthcare system. And I mean, they had opportunities to, let me say, serve outside the country, but they chose to actually be in Ghana and serve our population.
Serve the nation, right.
Yes. And I would say same for Professor David Oforieje, who has also been very monumental when it comes to our healthcare system, especially with regards to our essential medicines list, which most healthcare professionals are used to, and also how we use medications rationally in this country. So as you can see, maybe you have deduced from what I've said so far that it's rightful that we...
It's only right.
It's only right that we honor them.
Yeah,
and then
it's only right. Okay, so I know there are two themes, right? Breaking barriers for Professor Hesse, and then prescribing change for Professor Oforieje, which I find quite interesting.
Yeah.
But in simple terms, how do these themes address critical issues in Ghana's healthcare system today? I mean, from gender leadership to rational drug use.
Okay. So regarding the first theme, breaking barriers. So from what I've said so far about Professor
Hesse.
Professor Hesse. You can tell that she has broken so many glass ceilings, because when you think about it, being the very first female pediatric surgeon in the country.
That's big.
It's so huge because in the moment you think about the numbers, like so many lives impacted, like so many children who got to like receive care just because, you have someone great taking care of you and then making sure everything is fine with you. So in terms of breaking barriers, you can see she being the first female in, let me say, at the point or at that time, a male-dominated field is something that's actually really significant and even goes down to impact how we establish our systems currently. Right. Yes. And outside that, it's also been very well established that when you have systems where both males and females are able to contribute, it actually creates very efficient systems that are much more likely to succeed rather than, situations that are more maybe male dominated in certain situations. Right. So she has actually done a whole lot. Right. Like I said earlier, I regard her as a woman of many firsts. Right. And regarding the first theme, breaking barriers, she actually defines it, if I should say.
Changing the status quo.
Changing
right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So, regarding the prescribing change.
Prescribing change.
So this is another theme, and this one is with regards to another great man who is Professor David Oforieje. Right. Who I would say is a man of great foresight, because in a healthcare system, one of the many important aspects is the issue of treatments and then medications and how patients are able to have access to these medications. And going further, it's really not about just having access to these medications. You also have to make sure that these are actually the right medications which are safe for patients in the long run. Right. So for Professor Oforieje, the great thing here is that he has actually pioneered the development of our current essential medicines list, and even went on further to make great contributions when it comes to antimicrobial resistance. Okay. So in other terms, like what I indicated earlier as rational use of medications, because you find that it's important that we learn to control how we have these medications out there and how people have access to them. Yeah.
So it looks like both of them have paid their dues.
Yes.
Yeah, and it makes a lot of sense.
I would say they've overly paid their dues.
Okay. All right. So let me find out who should attend this symposium and what makes this event a must-attend event.
Okay. Everyone should attend this symposium, I would say.
Okay.
From healthcare professionals to policymakers to the general public. And let me just start with the general public. Effectively, the healthcare system serves the general public. So it's important that we also get to learn about the leaders who have served this our healthcare system.
Okay, so one the general public.
Yes.
And then we have which are the
healthcare professionals,
and then
the policymakers.
The policymakers. I want to find out one of the biggest leadership challenges facing the Ghanaian healthcare system in very few words. Yeah.
Okay. I would say the biggest challenge would be the issue of governance or leadership and accountability.
Okay.
Right, because we have so many policies on paper, but the issue of implementing these policies has been a very huge challenge over the years.
I'm very sure this will be tackled at the symposium.
Yes, we'll talk about so many things, and it's a great opportunity
So before you go, how can people register and how can they participate?
Okay, so they can register. We have a link for registration, and also we have so many posters out there, even online, where people can scan the QR codes and then get registered. It's taking place next week, Wednesday, at the Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons at 3 p.m. And excitingly, there's going to be a cocktail afterwards, so I don't think you would want to miss that. Also a great opportunity to network.
That's right.
And I mean, this is not just about honoring giants in in the healthcare system is also about standing on their shoulders to see far.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Thank you very much,
Thank you very much,
for speaking to us, and we wish you the very best with this symposium.
Thank you very much for having us.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So you just heard from Dr. Abdul Basit Samed Gunu, who is a resident in public health, and he's been speaking about the symposium that you must attend. That's what he says. I'll give you more information in the course of the show. But that brings our time to 3:56 here on Joy 99.7 FM. In just about 4 minutes, we'll be going for Ghana Grows Ejuma